Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Why Jamaica. I'm Neta and today we're at Camp Millbrook at St. James. This is an amazing site, not only for camping but for a lot of other things. There is a cave over here, a whole animal pet area. This place is really truly unique. It has so many different elements and we're going to explore all of them today. So join me for the rest of the episode and don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with a friend. We are here with Mr. Richard Wright in his property, Milbrook Camp or Camp Millbrook, right? Maybe you can tell us a bit about the place and the area we're in.
Well, hi everyone. Welcome to Milbrook's farm, and we have Camp Millbrooks, which is a part of Milbrook's farm. We're happy to see you come here. Millbrook Farm is located in southwest St. James. It's about 12 miles south of Montego Bay, in a district. District name is Tangle River, and so the campsite is situated in the cockpit country. With this cockpit country, as the name implies, is basically home of maybe more than half the world's medicinal plants and over maybe 40% of the rainfall for this island. We also have the most endemic plant species in this area. Also at the campsite area, which is very close to where the emancipation emancipation signal was sent, which is basically the lighting of a trash house, which is the start of the rebellion for emancipation for people of African descent. So it's very historic. We have a number of caves in the area, over 40 caves on this property, where the slaves hid to fight against the English for emancipation. So it's not only has a lot of ecological importance, but have a very strong history. So it was very important historically for the emancipation of people of African descent. Here, everything started right here. We're standing on also battleground area. This was also the site of the Vaughansfield estate, which was owned by an Englishman named Samuel Vaughan. It was approximately 2,500 acres and he owned approximately 90 slaves. There are a number of also estates that surround this property, which you have the Roper plantations to my left, you have the Kensington plantation over this mountain to my right, and behind me you have the Malden estate as well. And so all these are owned by English folks, and like I've explained to you earlier, the plantation system was perfected here on the island of Jamaica before being then exported to US, America, and other Caribbean countries. So Jamaica was used as a logistic hub for the English during the 17 and 1800s, and so that's how that part goes. Now, as far as the campsite is an area for recreation. We have a number of different animals here. You may hear a few of them. There's some peacocks, horses, sheep, and other animals here for us to enjoy. This is a place where like folks to come and de-stress. So if you live in an urban area in the city, this is a place where you can come and pitch a tent. You can sleep in one of these wooden cabins here, on a bunk bed or in a cot or something. But this is basically an area where we want to have retreats, whether it be yoga retreats or places to come, like I said, and de-stress and get away from the city lights and all the chaos that the city brings. So we welcome anybody that wants to come here. This is also where the site that we'd like to also set up some biotechnology, which is basically to utilize our medicinal plants in this area to make value-added products or to make commercial-made products to treat people with various illnesses, whether it be cancer, diabetes, hypertension, Alzheimer, but there's all kinds of plants here that can treat various illnesses. And so we're looking for investors that would like to come on board with us and either set up a lab where we can utilize all these plants that we have in this area. This area also has more than half the world's medicinal plants. As a matter of fact, Jamaica is slated to have more than half the world's medicinal plants. More than half of these plants are bioactive, meaning that they have positive interaction with human tissues. So we basically like to have universities, homeopathic groups, people that are into medicinal plants, come here and partner with us so we can utilize most of these plants here for additional options. We like to make nutraceuticals. There's plants here that you can use to make vitamins. There's a whole host of different plants that have been used over the centuries by people that live in these hilly areas, in the hilly interiors.
So basically, I mean, as far as what I know, the Maroons were the first one to actually use and put in practice all of these herbs, right?
Right, correct.
And medicinal herbs, I would say.
Correct.
But there is so many inspiration that I can find here just from the fact that they were using basically everything they have around.
Exactly.
Living very economically, living very eco-friendly.
Right.
It still goes on until today.
Yes,
You know?
which, quite obviously these people were slaves and they weren't treated humanely. They didn't have a doctor to go to, so they have to live off the earth, which is something that we want to go back to now, because there's practically all the plants you need to treat all kinds of illnesses here in this area. This is a limestone mud pile, all right? So if you notice, you have a lot of shellfish in here. So the shells sticking out of the rocks. So this shellfish normally can't go into solid rocks. So obviously this had to be a mud pile sitting under the water. And shellfish don't walk on land. So this area had to be totally submerged under the sea. So when this was being uplifted, because limestone have a cement property, and so the water must have been pretty much hot. So when it came out of the ocean or the sea, it cools and cement all these shellfish in here. So these are all from the Rutids family, and these are over 40 million years old.
Wow.
And if you look closely here, you'll see the vertebrae of one of them. The vertebrae is the backbone of the shellfish.
Sure.
Yeah, so you can see it visible right here.
That's what's popping out, basically. That's what we're saying.
Right. So if these are, like I said, if these are over 40 million years old, all right, and this is during prehistoric time.
Yeah.
And the Bible is on approximately 3,000 years old. So like I said, who's fooling who?
Yeah.
So it's important, this place is very important, not only historically, ecologically, geologically, you can learn a lot, the geological features that are here, but it has so much to offer. And that's why we like folks to come and see what we have here and come and partner with us in some of the things that we want to do here. They can learn quite a bit. We also have some other fossils over there that are over 60 million years old, and those are from the arachnoids family. People who know a bit about geology and fossils will understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, these are well-preserved fossils that are embedded in these rocks here.
And this rock was exposed, or you had to dig it out?
We dug this area to build this house. So after we dug away this area to build this house here, we found this rock.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And it was tested by professionals?
University student from St. Lawrence University.
Nice.
They come here every March to do field trips. Field study course, like off-campus study. So we love to have them here, and any other universities that wish to come here to take advantage of this learning environment, please feel free to contact us, and we'll try to see what we can do to accommodate you. It's a vast area and it's prime for learning. There's so many things you can learn here, both from a botanical point of view, the ecological point of view, the geological piece, and it just
never stops. There is so much to learn.
Unbelievable.
So most of what is here is basically wild, or you?
Yeah, most of the plants here are wild. They're endemic to this area. So you can just find about everything that's here. The only other plants that's usually planted are maybe lemongrass or lemon trees. Those are what we normally plant here. Mango trees, some of our mango trees. Because most of the plants here are endemic to this area. And so there's not a lot written about these plants, and so that's the reason why we encourage folks to come here and to do research on them, to see what kind of medicinal capacities they have, and try to see if we can use them to make nutraceuticals, so we can create other options for like some of the social illnesses that we have today.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are interested to come and volunteer over here, make sure that you check the description. It's going to have all of the information of Mr. Wright and how to link the people here at the campsite. You can also come here to just do camping if you're a backpacker. Perfect location for backpacking. You have to come over here to really get the true experience of the place. This place is amazing. The history, the energy, and the breeze. Oh my God, the breeze.